The lost keys. Let me tell you about the morning I almost ruined my entire day over a set of keys. You ever have one of those mornings? You're already running late, the clock is loud, your heartbeat is louder, and all you need to do is walk out the door. But you can't find that one thing. A wallet, a phone, a shoe, a kid. For me that morning, it was the keys. I checked the bowl by the door, not there. The pocket of the jacket I always wear, not there. The counter by the sink, not there. At this point, I was checking unreasonable places. The laundry basket, the back of the toilet. At one desperate point, I opened the fridge. I don't know what I expected. Maybe my keys chilling with the orange juice. Nothing. And the more I looked, the more frantic I became. You know that emotional spiral where your rational brain just checks out? It's like you can feel the seconds slipping away. You're blaming yourself, the universe, everyone who ever walked past you while you were holding the keys because maybe they cursed them into another dimension. 20 whole minutes. Then finally, there they were. Not in a magical place, not hidden by gremlins, but sitting exactly where I started, right at the front door, in the bowl, under a single unopened piece of mail. I had looked at them, through them, past them, over and over, and somehow missed what was sitting right in front of me. I stood there, keys in my hand, and I laughed, because it wasn't about keys at that point. It was about something deeper, something I have done in my life over and over. You ever lose something that was never lost? Lose peace, but it's really been buried under stress. Lose joy, but it's just underneath comparison and busyness. Lose your sense of direction, but you haven't actually lost purpose. You've only lost sight of it. Lose faith, but it's really just covered by disappointment or distraction. We tell ourselves things are gone forever. Maybe I'll never get back to who I used to be. Maybe my relationship with God isn't what it used to be. Maybe I don't hear God like I used to. But most of the time, it's not gone. It's not stolen. It didn't disappear. It's misplaced. Just like the keys, peace, joy, hope, purpose, they're still near us, but something in life got piled on top. The truth is, I didn't lose my keys. I lost my calm. I lost my focus. I lost my ability to stand still long enough to see what was obvious. Sometimes life gets loud. Bills, relationships, schedules, expectations, regrets, guilt, old wounds, habits, past decisions. These things stack up like unopened mail on top of the blessings God already gave us. And when life stacks up, it doesn't matter how close something is. You can't find peace even though it's inches away. You can't see hope even though God put it right in your home. You can't sense purpose because you're racing too fast to notice it breathing behind you. When I was hunting for those keys, I checked everywhere except the most reasonable place first, the place they had always been. I was searching wildly, opening drawers I didn't even know I had, and the whole time, the answer was 3 feet from me. Isn't that how we treat our spiritual life? We look for peace in distraction, scrolling, entertainment, noise. We look for purpose in achievements, more work, more money, more approval. We look for joy in circumstance, hoping people or moments will give it to us. We look for belonging in comparison, trying to match someone else's life. We search everywhere, but rarely start at the place where God placed what we need. No wonder Jesus told a whole series of stories about things that were lost, not stolen, not destroyed, just out of sight. God celebrates when we return to our right mind, to our center, to our source, to the place we stopped looking, because here's the truth. 1. God's peace never left. It may be covered by anxiety, hurried decisions, or old wounds, but it's still near you. 2. God's purpose never left. You may have wandered, but God didn't misplace what He designed you for. 3, God's joy never left. It may be buried under disappointment, but joy doesn't evaporate, it waits. 4. God's presence never left. We think God is far away, but He's where He always was. Sometimes the mail piles up, sometimes distractions blur Him, but His presence isn't lost, it's simply quiet. When I finally stopped my frantic search, took a breath, and actually looked, I saw the keys instantly. Sometimes the greatest spiritual breakthrough isn't God shouting louder, it's us slowing down enough to hear the whisper. God often speaks in stillness because stillness requires trust. Be still and know that I am God. In quietness and trust is your strength. He leads me beside still waters. Stillness is where we find what panic hides. That morning wasn't about keys. It was about realizing that God has placed every spiritual blessing we need within reach, but it's our frantic pace, our constant comparison, our emotional clutter that hides it. The peace you want is already in the room. The clarity you've been praying for is already whispering. The purpose you think you lost is still attached to your name. The relationship with God you feel distant from hasn't moved an inch. You don't always need a miracle. Sometimes you just need a moment. A pause, a breath. God, help me see what's already mine. Jesus says heaven rejoices when something lost is found. Why? Because heaven knows the truth. We were never created to live frantic, scattered, spiritually disoriented lives. Heaven celebrates your clarity. Heaven celebrates your rediscovery. Heaven celebrates when your eyes open and you say, it was here all along. If angels can throw a party over one person finding their way back to God, imagine how much God celebrates every time you recover your peace, your joy, your hope, your purpose. You're not as lost as you think. Your blessing is not as far as it feels. Your peace is not gone. It's just covered. And like those keys, all it takes is one calm moment for God to show you. It was right here, right next to you, all along.